Hello, what's going on everybody? This is Jay from J, and today we got here the #1 MI4 review video in which I got from the website coollycool.com. And for those who don't know, this is going to be the one-to-one replica of the Xiaomi MI4, but I gotta say guys that this is a very well-built replica. I've been using it now for about 3 days as my primary driver, and the phone is quite impressive. On the front here, we're going to find the 5-inch multi-touch screen with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels, and yes, it is an IPS display, OGS, and also has barely any bezels here on the side, making it feel very comfortable in your hands. On the top, you find the proximity and light sensor. We also got the ear speaker together with the 2-megapixel front-facing camera, which has great quality. On the bottom, we can find here the menu key, the home key, and also the back key together with the notification LED light here right below the home key. On the side here, we're going to find the SIM tray. This is the micro SIM tray together with the metallic bezel all the way around it. As a matter of fact, this is a frame and it is made of aluminum, making the device feel very nice and firm when grabbing it on your hands. On the bottom, you're going to find here the charging/data port together with the loudspeaker and the microphone. On the right side, we have the power button together with the volume rockers up and down. Then on the top, you have the IR blaster, which is working perfectly well. I was able to get about 15 feet of range, so I was overall impressed with this IR blaster. Finally, we got the 3.5mm headphone jack. If you look in the back here, we're going to have the 8-megapixel sensor camera, together with the noise cancelling microphone, the LED flash, and finally the #1 logo with some information here about this device. Alrighty guys, and coming back here to the front of the device, the first thing we can see here is the lock screen, and then from the lock screen, we're going to have several options. The first one we have is that we can access the camera. We can go directly into the dialer, the messaging, or just unlock the device itself. Now, something that I did by accident that I thought it was very cool is if you double tap this twice, it's going to take us here directly into the player. We can play music directly from the lock screen, and we're going to go ahead and provide a sample here. If you hit and play, we can see we have a default Chinese music that came with this device. Now, when we try to skip it, there's only one song, so I really can't access more. But there we can notice, guys, that yes, it is working well. That was something very cool. Now, when we unlock this device, we're going to notice here that we have a MIUI launcher, and this is going to be the Android 4.2.2. It is not going to be the KitKat 4.4.2. That's going to be an interpolation. Now here, when we go to settings, we scroll down, we access settings, we go all the way to the bottom to where it says about device. We can see that yes, it has been interpolated to be the Android 4.4.2, but again, that's going to be fake. And the way I noticed is that when I went here to the Play Store, and you can see here that I tried to download Google Camera and it says your device isn't compatible with this version. That was the only downside of it, but at least it's working well. It is quite smooth, and as you guys can see, what I like about the MIUI launcher is that all the applications have the same size, making it very similar to iOS. Now, to be quite honest, that's what I like about iOS, that all the applications are exactly the same size, making it very easy to view. And also, this device came pre-installed already with many Google applications like the Play Store. It came, I believe, with Gmail and some others. Now, the only one that didn't come with this device was YouTube, but I was able to root it and install it directly into the system. Now, when we open YouTube, it is working perfectly well. Let's go ahead and here provide a sample. And now here we can see that yes, it is working well. Let's go into my account. Let's go on my uploads, and here we can see all my videos that I have. Let's go ahead and play here one of the latest one. And as you guys can see, I'm connected here to the Wi-Fi. We're also going to notice that this device does support 720p. Let's go ahead and skip this. And when we go here to menu, we check here the quality, and we can see that yes, it goes up to 720p, meaning that this is an HD display, because YouTube can actually read the resolution of your display, and it tells you how much you can actually or up to what quality you can actually change the video to. So let's go ahead and play here my video. The bottom speaker quality is actually very nice as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and stop it here. So as you guys can see, it is working well. And also this phone, what I like about it is that it comes with many great applications installed already on the system. And here on tools, we're going to find some of them. The one that I like a lot was the recorder, but we have the clock, the FM radio, which is working well, but you need to connect the headphone jacks. We also got the torch. The torch is for the flashlight, and the flashlight on this phone is also quite impressive. Let me see if I can actually turn it on. There we go. And yes, it is very nice and bright. Let's go here back to the actual recorder itself so that you guys can see the UI of it. It is very clever. Here we can see how nice it looks, and when you start recording, the little wheels here start moving as well. And to stop it, it's very easy as well. Everything is very clean on this UI, and to play your recording, all you have to do is tap on the menu, and we can see here all my recording, or at least some of them. And also it comes here with this #1 application, and every time you tap on it, it's going to be basically a shortcut for the browser. When we press it, you're going to see that it's going to prompt us here to the actual website where you can download firmwares. You can see all the No.1 products here. They have this watch, which I was actually interested in. It is a very nice watch from what I can read here on the website. And here on firmware, you guys can download the operating system for certain devices. And here we have the one for the MI4. It is very simple. I really can't wait to actually upgrade it, and maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to do it. But here we can see, guys, that we're getting a lot of support from this website, and that's also great. The next thing we're going to test here is the camera. The camera on this phone, like I said before, the front is going to be a 2 megapixel sensor. The back is going to be the 8 megapixel sensor. So let's go ahead and check the next footage and let me know what you guys think. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jay from J, and here we are testing the 8 megapixel sensor camera of the No.1 MI4. And as you guys know, the quality is very nice, and also the picture quality. I will be providing some picture samples on the description down below. That way you guys can check it out and give me your best opinion. Now let's test the front-facing camera. And here we have the front-facing camera of the No.1 MI4. This is the 2 megapixel one. And this is great for selfies, Skype, or any other social media out there, guys, because the quality is very nice, except for the focus. As always, on these Chinese phones, the front-facing camera does not have a great focus, but at least it's going to do its job. Alrighty, guys, and there we have it for the camera test. And when we open here the actual UI, you can see that it is very simplistic all the way around. Nothing very special here, and as a matter of fact, if we flip it around, you're going to see that also the front-facing camera, even though it doesn't have autofocus, the quality is very nice as well, as you guys saw from that video. Now, that's the only downside of this front-facing cameras, is that they are only good for selfies. You cannot record in a far distance, because as you guys saw from that video clip, the quality was poor, and that's because it doesn't have autofocus, so it comes a little bit blurry. And here on settings, we can see that it is once again very different. We can change the frame to either full screen or the standard. We got here to change the picture quality. Now, the only one I wasn't able to change was for the recording quality. It didn't let me do it. As you guys can see, it doesn't give me that option. Even if you go here to advanced options, we can see that we can just change the focus mode, the anti-banding, the saturation of it, and the sharpness, but it doesn't give me the option to change the actual recording quality, which I've been doing with other devices with the Android 4.2.2. So this is a very heavy skin of the MIUI launcher, but I gotta say, guys, that I do like it a lot. It's very simple, and as you guys can see, everything is in one page. We don't have the app tray this time. And also, another great thing about this device is that the GPS is working perfectly well. So please check the next footage and let me know what you guys think. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jay, and here we are testing the No.1 MI4 GPS, and this is out of the box. I haven't customized the GPS, and it took about 1 minute to lock a signal. So maybe if we root it and install faster GPS, it's going to be much faster, but right now it is working perfectly well. Now let's test it from inside of the house. Alrighty, guys, and there we have it for the GPS test, and as you guys can see, outside is working perfectly well. Now when coming inside of the house, you guys can see that it is attempting to lock a signal. Even though I'm getting some signal here, it's not locking it right now. It does take about 1 to 2 minutes, so it is delaying quite a bunch. Even though I already installed this application, it is called Faster GPS, and I already did all the hacking. It still is not working 100%. Maybe there's a bug in the system that maybe in the future we can fix, because this phone, let me tell you guys, it is very nice and solid all the way around. I am very satisfied. Now, the only downside is that the memory is going to be the 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and also comes with 1 gigabyte of RAM. Now, the storage cannot be upgraded. That's because this phone is sealed, and even though you can open it, you don't have an option to upgrade the TF card, and also only comes in white color. I prefer if this was a black color version, but that's okay, guys, because I can get used to it. But those are the only downsides right now of this phone. And now the next thing we're going to do here is just play with some applications and games, and also I'm going to try to navigate you guys throughout the whole operating system. That way you can see some of the features of this phone. So please enjoy the music on the background. Alrighty guys, and there we have it for the performance of this device, and as we can tell, it is not disappointing whatsoever. It is a very impressive phone. Now also, another incorrect information about this phone is going to be that the battery, it is not a 2800 milliamp battery. This is going to be a 2250 milliamp battery. And also on the settings here, when we went to the battery information, is also incorrect. I have been only using this device for about a day. I did charge it last night, but it is claiming that I haven't charged it in the past 6 days. So let's see if that's correct. And yes, it is claiming to be 6 days and 6 hours, but that's going to be incorrect. I've been using this device for about a day, and the battery right now is at 44%. I did the camera test, the GPS test, so even though the information is incorrect, the battery is still quite impressive. Now the next thing we're going to do here is test the Bluetooth. Here, like always, I have a little Bose speaker, so let's go ahead and turn it on. I have paired with this device before, so it should be a piece of cake when pairing to it. Here we're going to find the application or the toggle here, Bluetooth, and we're going to see that right now it's connected. So let's go back once. Let's go into sounds. Now let's go here into phone ringtones and let's test the quality. The response time is very nice. And now here we have the actual speaker of the phone itself. It is not going to be an explosive sound, but at least it's going to do its job for the most part. Alright guys, and there we have it for the sound test. Another thing I want to mention here is the remote control. The remote control is working perfectly well. To pair to it, first of all, you have to select your device, whether if it is a TV, a cable box, the air conditioning, a fan, or whatever the case may be. In this case, we're going to select TV. And then to pair with it, all you have to tap here is a menu. Then you go to where it says select. From here, you're going to choose your brand. In my case, it's going to be the LG. And then once you select it, you have to try many different codes until it pairs with it. And after that, you can enjoy this remote control. And again, I was able to get about 15 feet away from the TV, and I was still able to change channels and whatnot. And with that being said, the next thing we're going to test here is the browser. As you guys can see on the top, I am connected to the Wi-Fi right now. The browser does work very well. So here we're going to go ahead and open it. And the next thing we're going to do here is search for, let's say, ebay.com. Let me see if it's working. And yes. Here we can see that on Wi-Fi, of course, it's going to be very fast. Now, when we turn off the actual Wi-Fi, we're going to see here that on the top, you're going to have H+, which is 3G here for AT&T. Now, it doesn't support 3G for T-Mobile. That's the only unfortunate side of it, but at least it's working with AT&T. And that's because we have the bands WCDMA 2100 and 850. So here we're going to go ahead and open, let's say, youtube.com. And we can notice that even though it is not 4G LTE, it is working perfectly well. It's going to satisfy your needs, guys. Now, it does delay a little bit more than Wi-Fi and LTE, of course, but again, this is only a 3G device and not 4G LTE. And also, I want to show you guys here some other applications. We have the messaging application. It looks very nice and simple as well. We also got here the email app. It is very easy to set up, but I have deleted my email for privacy purposes. We got here the music application. It is just the basic one for Android. We also got the gallery. And now here in the gallery, guys, the picture quality of this phone is also outstanding. I will be providing some picture samples on the description down below. That way you guys can check it out. But here we can see how nice it is. And now the next thing we're going to do here real quick is go ahead and dial 611 on the dialer so that we can check the call quality of this device. And now let's place it on loudspeaker.
For English, press 1. Para español, presione 2.
There we go. And now let's test the ear speaker. And that was something very impressive about this device, that the ear speaker quality is actually very nice as well. And now we're going to test the proximity sensor, and we can see how sensitive it is. Now it is sensitive to turn off, but to come back on, it does delay a few seconds, as you guys can see. But I do prefer that it is like this and not the other way around, because sometimes you can misdial numbers or maybe hang up the phone call if it's the other way around where it delays to turn off. In this case, it turns off right away, but it does delay to actually view the screen again. Alrighty guys, and there we have it for the coil quality, and as we can tell, this device is working perfectly well. I was overall impressed with the coil quality of it, especially with the ear speaker. And I gotta say that for $168, I think this device is absolutely amazing. You guys get the IR blaster in metal frame, a very nice well-built device all the way around with a great screen as well. Now the only downside is that it only comes in white color and it's only 16 gigabytes of internal storage, in which we cannot change. It is sealed all the way around, and even if we open the back, we cannot change it, maybe underneath the motherboard. But that's too much work to upgrade the memory. So if you guys are not okay with the 16 gigabytes of internal storage, then I wouldn't recommend it. Also here for the surprise of everyone, and now that I have concluded the review video of this device, is that I got another No.1 MI4, and I got this by accident directly from the company No.1. So I'm going to do a giveaway, and this time it's going to be an old-fashioned giveaway. It's going to be until I reach 42,000 subscribers. I'm going to select a random winner like I always do. So please guys, help me reach 42,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video, so that way you're eligible for it. And with that being said guys, if you do have any questions, please do not forget to comment down below. Like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.